like they was losing out on a lot of things of the world, you know, those brothers and sisters are the same ones that withered away. You know, you see this plant? It was growing, but it's dead now. Do not be them, bruh. Do not be that plant that grows, you know, at first and then die. Do not be that plant. And I might be everywhere, but Salakia, you know, it's all up to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Verse 7, it says, some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. So some seeds, they fell among thorns, you know? What's those thorns? Those thorns is simply, you know, the thoughts that brothers and sisters be having when they in this truth. They be thinking like, oh, damn, I'm missing out on the world. You know, shit, I want to become rich. When I was 5, I wanted to be like Nicki Minaj. When I was 5, I wanted to be like R. Kelly, Usher, Chris Brown, you know? Now I want to be like Gunna. Now I'm 25, I want to be like Gunna, Lil Baby. Things change. I see everybody else getting it. They getting rich just off of a word, off of mumble rap. I could put out this rap. You know, I could put out this verse. I could put out this song. You know, I can make a quick TikTok. I could get famous. And you know, like, brothers and sisters really be thinking they can get rich. You know, so they really think about those things. They really, you know, they think about those things more than they think about this word, you know? And that's off as hell. You cannot be doing that. Overall, you know, brothers and sisters be at home thinking about the things of this world, the riches, you know, the family that they lost. Man, to hell with all of that, man. You can't care about those things. When you come in this truth of the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you come to life. You come to life, man. And I'm gonna prove that. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 17. And it says, Slakia. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 17. And it says, Proverbs chapter 10, verse 17, and it says, I ain't got my glasses on, Salakia. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction. So when you keep this wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and when you apply it to your life, you know, you come into life, man. You know, when you keep the instructions of the word, Salakia, you come into life, man. Cause you would know, like, okay, you know, this is not really worth it. You know, this ain't really worth it. You know, I might be put to death when I do this. So let me just stop playing, you know. Let me be right. Let me be righteous. That's how you feel when you keep the commandments, you know. But let's go back, you know, into verse 7. It says, some fell among thorns. So some seeds, they fell among, you know, some wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It was planted in brothers and sisters that was dealing with those spiritual thorns. You know, they was growing. They was going hard in this thing, but the world snatched their ass back. The world snatched their ass back. That's why the Most High said, you know, that's why he said this. Salakia. That's why he said this about the world. I'm bring it out. It's the book of John. This is the book of 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. And it says, whosoever, Salakia. Book of John chapter 2, verse 15, it says, Salakia, bear with me, Israel. This book of John, 1 John chapter 2, verse 15, it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So if you out here loving the world, man, the love of the Father, you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not in you. Straight up, you're not caring about Yahweh. You're not caring about these commandments. You care about the thoughts of the wickedness of this world, man. You care about what you losing out on, what you missing out on. That's off as hell, man. The Most High not dealing with none of that, you know? Now, let's go to verse 8. It say, but, Slacky, I'm going to bring out the plant. I keep forgetting. But, you know, this right here, this plant right here, you know, that's the plant that fell among thorns. You know, it was growing. It was growing at first. It was bringing forth fruit and everything. But the world caught his damn eyes, man. You know, the world caught his eyes. You know, the thorns is this little rose. And that's the spirit, because I didn't put that right there. My mama did. But overall, man, those thorns choked the word up, aka choked up the plants, to the point where he wasn't growing no more. The thoughts of this world grabbed their ass, took him out of this truth, to the point where they went back into the world. So Khan, do not be that seed. Do not be that plant, man. Don't go back into the world. It's not worth it. The coronavirus is here. World War III is finna pop off. Many more things and many more atrocities is finna happen to America because of the rape, rob, and murder that they did to our forefathers. Do not do that, bruh. You dumb if you do that. That's facts. You dumb. That's the dumbest thing you can do. That's facts. And it says, I'm gonna reread verse 7. It says, some fell among thorns, and thorns sprung up and choked them. So those thorns choked that plant, man. Choked that brother and sister. It says, you coming with me. We going back into the world. We finna go get that Gucci bag, Louis bag, Fendi bag. Finna go to H&M, go shopping. Finna go get a check. Finna get rich. Finna make a mixtape. And hey, man, you let those thorns spiritually snatch your ass up, man. You going off. You cannot go back into the world once you enter into this thing, because that's the dumbest thing you can do. You relapsing, man. Verse 8, it says, but other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit. So some seeds, some of the spiritual wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shah fell into brothers and sisters that was ready for this thing. That's like, oh yeah, the white man is a damn devil. America need to be destroyed for all the rape, rob, and murder that they did to our forefathers. All this wickedness going on. This shit ain't normal. Hey, yo, the seed fell into those brothers and sisters that was down, that was really ready to put forth they foot in this thing, man. That's the good ground. The brothers and sisters that's on go, that's ready to ride or die for the Most High. Straight up. That's facts. You can read in Psalms chapter 1, verse 3. I'm gonna bring that out real quick. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 3. It says, and he, Slaki, I'm gonna start off at verse 1. It say, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. So the brothers and sisters that got that wisdom and knowledge, that was on go, that's ready to ride or die for the Most High, those brothers and sisters, they cut off everything in this world. They put in work. And this plant right here is those brothers and sisters that brung forth, more increase, that brung forth more leaves, more plants that's growing, that's standing tall in this thing. That plant right there, And like I said, I'm probably everywhere, but Salakia, his word still go get out, And it says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. So they cut off everything in this world, and they like hey, I'm finna get cracking with the laws of the Lord, man. Hey, yo, I gotta do this. I gotta get some fringes. Oh, let me take an hour or two to figure out what type of fringes I want. Do I want the red ones, blue ones, yellow ones, orange ones, purple ones? Hey, yo, where you get the ribbon of blue at? Oh, let me order it from Walmart. Yo, those brothers and sisters, they down the ride for the Most High. Those are the same brothers and sisters that's at home, putting in the work, studying these laws, teaching these laws. In verse 3, it says, Salaki, I'm going to go back to verse 2. It say, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law doth he meditate day and night. Cut off everything, and now he in the law of the Lord. Verse 3, it says, he shall be planted like a tree. Salaki, it say, he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit. Hey, yo, that's crazy. It says, he shall be like a planted. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. You can look at brothers like Zabak. He been in this thing for 21 years. Look at Naquam. He been in this thing for like a minute. And that's facts. Look at brothers and sisters like that, And those are the same brothers and sisters that put in work and that's growing tall. So what seed, what wisdom and knowledge did Yahweh Shem Yahushua give you? And what ground are you? Are you the ground that fell? Are you the ground where the seed fall upon stony places? Good ground, thorns, or the ground that the seed fall upon on the wayside? Yo, examine yourself. Examine yourself, because this word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua go stand forever. And that's facts. So I'm gonna bring that out. The Most High go keep, he gonna take that spirit out of your ass. You better stop playing, man. He gonna take that spirit out of you, and you go look dumb when another brother, reign in your stead, or another sister reign in your stead. Just like how David was much younger than Saul, he was reigning in Saul's stead. Saul was doing wicked shit, being worldly as hell, all that stuff. And as you read in 1 Kings and 2 Kings, the kings of Israel and the kings of Judah, they was doing some wicked stuff, especially the kings of Israel. The Most High had to keep killing their ass, bringing forth their son, and it was just like that, man. But they kept doing wickedness. The Most High go replace you just like that. He don't need none of us. That's facts. He don't need none of us. I'm going to bring out Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 8. I'm going to start off at verse 6. It says, the voice said, cry. And he said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass, and all the goodliness thereof is as the flower of the field. So all flesh is grass. That's facts. And all the goodliness thereof is as the flower of the field. So that, that proves that we are referred to as plants in the scriptures, So us being known as plants in the scriptures, we got to be that good plant that bringeth forth fruit, that wake up brothers and sisters, that's in this thing for eternity, bro. Facts. And it's verse 7, it says, the grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but because the spirit of the Lord bloweth upon it, surely the people is grass. Verse 8, the grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our God shall stand forever. So the word of Yahweh is going to stand forever, whether you in this truth or you not. Whether you the seed that fell upon the the stony places, wherever it fell upon, man. The word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah is going to stand forever. So with that being said, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Surely I will get better at these videos, but ultimately I hope you got the wisdom and knowledge that I was trying to bring out. That being said, I'm going to say Shalom.